Joining us live from Abuja is the Director, Media and Publicity of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Bayo Onanuga. Mr. Onanuga, lots of reactions and opinions have trailed Asiwaju's absence in the past few days, perhaps because it's coincided with the commencement of the campaign and the signing of the peace accord. And this has given room for more inquiries about his health status and whether or not he's fit for the job he's applying for. Are you optimistic that his return will douse what seems a concern?
Well, definitely. But let me first of all thank you, TVC, for inviting me to your program, news program, and also formally welcome Asiwaju Bola Tinubu back to the country. I would say, yes, I concur with your question. His return will energize the activities of the campaign, and it's not why he was away, we are not working. Things were going on, campaigns were going on in many parts of the country. You've seen our women marching out in Lagos. You've seen people in Ibadan marching out in their thousands. In Imo, Owerri, people came out. The women there also came out. You've seen campaigns in the local council in Benue State, in Katsina. So people already, they are not even waiting for Asiwaju before they set the campaign ball rolling. So the campaign is going on, but his arrival now, and because I know that immediately he came, he went into meetings with the campaign DG, Governor Simon Lalong, his vice president candidate, Eshi Kashim Shettima. And I'm sure a lot of things they need to cross the I's and T's will be done since it's now on the ground. And I expect that in a few days' time, many things will start. We can kickstart the campaign, but beginning with the launching of the manifesto of the candidate.
Indeed. We saw that a few pictures were posted online at the height of some of these inquiries online, perhaps to debunk insinuations in some quarters. I'm just wondering how far the campaign organization is willing to go. As we speak now, some have even asked that his medical records be published. Is that something the campaign organization is willing to do?
Well, you see, sometimes when the animals, the ill will that we see emerging from a section of the political circle. I'm talking about I won't name them, people will know them. The very, what I call the rancorous supporters of a particular political party. They are the people who have gone to town spinning all manners of stories, false stories, malicious stories about Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. I'm not even sure he had got into England before they started spinning all manners of stories. Oh, he ran out of Nigeria because he was ill. In fact, they were even saying that he was on a sick bed. I think to Sahara reporters, another wing of these people who normally spin all kinds of falsehood all over the place, saying that the man, he was on the sick bed and things like that. Even despite all our efforts to debunk all these false stories, they still keep writing stories. Asiwaju came out, there was a photograph of Asiwaju or a video showing him doing some exercise at home. They still were able to pick some things from there, saying that no, it's just an old video. All kinds of lies. I want to appeal to them. This political thing we are doing, they should try to exercise themselves from malice. Malice will not pay anybody. Let us do campaign based on issues rather than based on all these manufactured stories, all this fiction that they write, all this insinuation that they make, things that are outright lies, things you don't expect people who have decorum to be spinning. They are saying all kinds of nonsense, especially in the social media, especially on Twitter and Facebook. And I think I want to appeal to all of them to stop all this nonsense and let us focus on issues, on things that will help our country. Let us begin to ask the candidates who are in the race what they want to do for Nigeria. On our part, of course, we are ready. Our manifesto is ready. We are ready to launch the manifesto, and I'm sure in a few days' time, shall we be back in the country, this manifesto will be unveiled, and I'm sure it will speak to the current concerns of Nigerians and how our candidate and his running mate will help to change the paradigm, will help to improve from where President Buhari will give them the baton from May next year.
You talked about the campaign starting in a few days' time. There are people also looking forward to see precisely what the APC's manifesto is. But prior to his arrival in Nigeria, the APC governors met with the party leadership. There are stories about concerns about the presidential campaign council list. Has that been resolved now?
I think as of yesterday, the meeting you spoke about actually resolved this issue. The governors, the APC, NWC, I think the two who have expressed concern in the past about the list. You see, what happened was that the list was prematurely published, and it was just a part of the list. There was a misunderstanding. Some people felt it was the final list, but it was a partial list. And it was done, the campaign DG was not in the country, it was in the United States. And there were all kinds of concerns that maybe the secretary should have waited for him to arrive, for him to see the list, for the party chairman to see the list, for the NWC, everybody to come on board and see the list so that everybody, there will be no concern anywhere. But I think that has been rectified. Everybody is now on the same page vis-a-vis the list, and all the concerns initially expressed have all been resolved. So I expect that very soon, the candidates will also look at the list, and if they see anything to be amended or whatever, it should be done. And you see, the thing is that so many people want to be involved with Bayo Tinubu's campaign. Because Tinubu is everybody knows that of all the candidates on the field, Tinubu is the only one that looks most possibly to win this election. They knew that he's a candidate to beat. And that's why it has become the central issue in Nigerian politics. Everybody wants to throw something at him.
Mr. Onanuga, the initial list you mentioned, which you said was prematurely released, had some 422 names. We're hearing that the new list has up to 2,000 members. Is that something you can confirm?
Yeah, it may even be more than 2,000. As I said, Bayo Tinubu's campaign is a mass campaign. Thousands of people want to be on the list. Thousands of people. You may end up having more than 3,000, 4,000 people on that list because everybody wants to be involved. But with what they have done, we cannot have all of them in Abuja. There will be people who are going to be in the regions. There are people who are going to be in the states. So we are going to have a bulky list. We are going to have a bulky list because I said this is a mass campaign with many people getting involved, with many people who want to be, they want to be identified with the campaign because they believe in what Bola Tinubu stands for. They believe in his vision, and they believe that with him being elected as our leader, a lot of things will happen, positive things will happen in our country, and we're able to solve so many problems that are existential problems now that we at least we move on to a new country from 2023.
All right, just before you go, Mr. Onanuga, we're hearing October 10th as official campaign kickoff. Can you confirm that date?
No, October 10 was the initial date, but it's no longer realistic. From what I know, it's no longer realistic. October 10 is just today. It says 6th of October. I do not think that October 10 will be realistic. I think our campaign will start, as I said, from launching the manifesto. We have to print the manifesto before we launch it. We have to get the document ready for printing. So, and I think after we launch the manifesto, then we now fix a particular date for the flag off of the campaign. The 10th of October was the initial date we picked.
Absolutely. Director, Media and Publicity of the APC Presidential Campaign Council, Bayo Onanuga, thank you for talking to us on the news tonight.
Thank you, TBC, for having me. Thank you very much.